So yeah, we are back to casting just very quickly. Gonna be into a game already. Scrim League Season number 4. MMK gonna be on to the left hand side and Mega Enfants on the right. So we do have for the MMK squad today Joran, Dinks, Fascinate, Dodges, Rebirth, and Calamitous. More or less pretty much who you're gonna see in the plus adapter, Nick, plus me, and plus Billy. So that's gonna be our 8th man. We'll probably do some rotations in the LAN. Well, we'll see. We'll see how we're gonna do this. We're gonna be all pretty busy on that weekend. But anyway, it is gonna be night market to start things off. I'm pretty excited to see what MMK has in store for us. They are playing something a little more basic, just trying to go back to basics, back in black, and trying to get good in these games. On the other hand, here we go with Mega Enfants gonna be running a 3-3 composition as well. They have a Brigitte, Ratchapipe on this, Reinhardt, Personate, maybe the brother of Fascinate on the Lucio, Calypso, XIIXE, Scrim Calypso on that Diva, Exercise on that Zenyatta, as Ratchapipe already getting a triple pin onto 3, booping things and dodge this, as well as Tail there on the Joran. Hurricane gonna be on the Vanguard with that Zarya as well. So for the red team right now, they are trying to stay on in this one. We do have Mega Enfants getting a beautiful initial capture, and that was just MMK making a huge mistake there, getting charged up in a situation like that. Not really gonna work out in their favor. Now a 1-for-1 trade, Dinks gonna get picked out onto the opposing Brigitte, but Ratchapipe gets rid of dodge this. Now Dinks trying to be the Vanguard for the blue squad, but MMK to the floor already. Ratchapipe with a charge, D-Making Fascinate, the Hurricane coming in like a storm, getting 2 kills along the way. Grabbing the Surge is available, and this is Mega Enfants forcing MMK to back on out. Ratchapipe right now, and the Hurricane, amazing Reinhardt and Zarya play. These guys are gonna be the ones to watch going forward right now. But in this 3-3 composition, we will see if Exercise can actually make this Zenyatta count. And if you guys don't really know too much about the Zenyatta, Moira, and Ana situation, as we have a Grappling Surge right now, here comes Ratchapipe again, coming on in. The charge does come out, dodges on the other hand, with the takedown onto 1, and that was a big mistake there from Mega Enfants, not able to capitalize onto the Grappling Surge. Huge shatter though, and here comes the big bomb. Will it get blow up? Yes it does. Rebirth caught on out. Something shock this time from Fascinate, gives some energy there to Hurricane, and for now Mega Enfants again in control. As I was saying, the Ana honestly counteracted by the Zenyatta in many situations, because for the red team of Mega Enfants, they're not gonna be really focusing on the healing. They're gonna be focusing on those Discord orb targets instead. Personate right now, moving on in. Ratchapipe again, another shatter. No, it's dodge is actually getting a shatter with a sliver of HP. He's gonna fall however to Calypso. Sound barrier coming out from Personate. Jordan with a late sound barrier there, can't protect his team. And for now, Mega Enfants again in heavy control. Calamita struggling even to use the Grabbing the Surge in this situation. He's gonna go hop on top. Instead, gets met by Calypso. Grabbing the Surge, eaten up immediately. And just MMK completely tilted in this fight. Mega Enfants 100-0 and just dominating the PH squad at the start.
Score 0-1.
So moving on to Gardens, and that was just a tough time there from MMK. Mega Enfants able to counteract the Ana strategy with the Zenyatta. And more often than not, when you usually see a Zen on the opposing team, another option you can actually do is play the Moira instead of the Ana, to just go for the classic goat snowball, just push on in with the speed boost, or you can go for your own Zen and just decide to have a volley in terms of Zen artillery. But now Mega Enfants gonna switch things over. We will finally see a 2-2-2. Ratchapipe and Calypso still gonna stay on the tank line. But interesting enough, we do have a Pharah here for Mega Enfants, and Hurricane gonna be on that Soldier 76. So Hurricane right now showing that he is the most flexible in this team. But an interesting pick of Soldier 76. It is getting to become on the upswing in terms of hero pick percentage. But I feel like it's still not as potent as it could be. Lav is now gonna push on in with Dodges leading the charge, but there's the takedown already. Ratchet coming out, Sleep Dart connecting though from Rebirth. Fastate getting a trade on back, but still, this still stuck here from MMK because the Pharah putting on some pressure. Dink's gonna fall. A lot of energy here for Fascinate, and there's the Resurrect onto Ratchet from Personate, but still, Mega Enfants now getting the catcher, and this is gonna be MMK forced to back on out. Just a beautiful dive there from Mega Enfants, and even though they weren't in their element, it is very dangerous there to actually fight a Goats comp with a dive in that situation. Just so much pressure from the Pharah and close to the rocket barrage already. Oh, Sleep Dart there, and Rebirth shoots the Pharah into the pond. That was absolutely wonderful there from Rebirth. Nano Boost now available here for MMK, and they're gonna go for the push again. Dodges though, meeting the Winston in pitch combat. Here comes the engagement. The Diva gonna fly on in again. Calamities though, just making some shots count, and here comes the Transcendence right now. And look at that exercise, just keeping on. Rally now comes on out from the side of things. MMK just keeping this up. Soundfire now here from the side of Mega Enfants, and MMK still just trying to stay alive. The soundbar there from Joran just not enough to keep them up. Rebirth with the desperation nano boost onto Daks, and it's gonna be absolute chaos onto the point. The Zenyatta under a lot of pressure. Exercise forced him back on out, but the Pharah still getting 2 kills along the way. Mega Enfants right now keeping strong and will be able to get the flip pretty quickly. They do pop out the point, however. Dodges chased around, gonna get staggered in the process. Mega Enfants though able to just outbody MK in that situation. We do see the Pharah right now just tossing out some rockets down to the skyline, down to the ground rather, from the skyline. On the other hand, Primal Rage is available here for Ratchet. Personate does have the Valkyrie available, so Valkyrie gonna be a very potent ultimate here in the face of the Grav Shatter as well as the self-destruct to just allow the Mercy to get on out and stay alive while keeping the healing going. Prime Rage popped already, and in the meantime, Fascinate actually gets his Garden Surge eaten up. Another disruption there from Calypso. MMK forced to back on out already, but it's gonna be, the spanking isn't over yet. Hurricane right now popping the Tactical Visor. Doesn't really need to use it thanks to his mechanical skill, but it does give you that extra reload speed and just sustain damage along the way. Mega Enfants right now just keeping the pressure on, keeping control in the face of adversity. On the other hand, MMK just faltering, had a tough time against Lightning Bolts, and this time having a tough time here against Mega Enfants. Valkyrie though popped up by Personate, and here comes the Pharah now swooping on in. Dodge is gonna march, but a Rock Barrage now coming out here from Mega Enfants. Trickles going to the side of the Thai squad, and they are gonna look for a cutoff onto the approach. Calamitous is being bounced around. The only one left is Fascinate, but that's gonna be over. Mega Enfants is taking the first one by storm, 2-0.
Play of the game.
A good round there for both squads, but Mega Enfants, just that play of the game really says it all. MMK down one map, and we'll see if Mega Enfants can make another statement here against MMK. So Rahum gonna decide to maybe go for the Genji. So I've seen after that 2-2, Ratchet and Calypso, absolutely amazing tanks. Hurricane showing that he is very flexible as well in the tank as well as the DPS role. Interesting enough, it looks like Mega Enfants gonna be switching around a few more things, as MK right now gonna stay on with the Brigitte, but will decide to run a 2-1-3 composition instead. Calamitas gonna be on the Hanzo, and I like the Hanzo pick here for MMK. The Hanzo can use a lot of the map. Use the high ground, use the walls to climb around, and we'll see if Calamitas can make this Hanzo pick work out. On the other hand, here for Mega Enfants, I believe Calypso is going to be switching over to an Ana or maybe a male healer instead. No, it's Personate rather. My bad. Personate going to be on the Ana right there. And let's see if Rahum here can go for the push with that Genji. I'm gonna need to write that down real quick after this round, because I'm probably gonna forget it. But still, Dings getting a Dings there of the Shurikens just connecting along the way. And for now, we do have the Mega Enfants squad trying to push by the gate, but Dodges says no, you aren't allowed without permission, and this is gonna be MMK putting the door in the face of the Mega Enfants squad. They are gonna force them out. Dodge is trying to move by the ramen shop as well. Calamitous on the other hand just going for the lunge. And look at this, Fascinate getting some armor to allow him to overextend long enough to get some charge on the beam. So 90 energy for your Fascinate, gonna be very, very potent into the coming fights. On the other hand, Calypso does have a similar kind of number. Ratchet Pipe right now meeting Dodge this in pitch combat. Dings on the other hand keeping the shield behind. Dodge and Six are a stone wall trying to protect the rest of their crew. And this again, Mega Enfants is struggling to push on in. Ratchet Pipe though going for the poke. And here comes the Reinhardt. Shatter connecting on the right hand side. Dodge is on the other hand, forgets his. And there's gonna be 2 kills to the name of Mega Enfants. Calypso just 100 energy to his name going for the push. And this is gonna be enough right now for MMK to be forced to go for the Nano Brig again. Dings though playing a one-man army, staying on, getting 2 kills along the way, and just look at him go. Look at him just swing that mace, gets a takedown on the Hurricane. The Genji, the Anzo, just trying to crawl on out, and MMK is still in this fight. Absolutely essential here for MMK right now to congregate by the point, because here comes Mega Enfants again coming in full strength. The real question is, can they use the blade in time? Here comes the blade right now from Rahum. He's gonna go for Dings first, and that's the perfect target to start against. The Brigitte now cornered, the Reinhardt cornered as well, gets met with the same fate. The Zarya and the Lucia trying to hop on out, and that was a good defense there from MMK, but an even better attack from Mega Enfants. Ratchet Pipe just outclassing Dodge this in that situation. Dodge not able to react in time to go for the counter shatter. Ratchet Pipe with a perfect engagement onto the right hand side, getting the stun onto the right. Calypso even has the Graviton Surge in hand still, and Hurricane ready with the Dragon Strike. So Mega Enfants showing that they're very disciplined with their ultimates. On the other hand, Fascinate and Calamous trying to charge up their own combination as well. Jordan has the sound barrier, and here we go. Sound barrier is popped. Dragon Strike is there as well. Good timing there from Jordan. But still, Mega Enfants doing too much damage at 3 for 3 so far. It is enough fire for MMK to stay on to the point. Calamitous all alone gets picked off by Calypso alongside the Hurricane. So this is going to be a tick taken, maybe even a second. The real question is, can MMK force that third to be protected? Yes, they can. They're going to force Mega Enfants to back on out by the first one already. The second one isn't captured. Thing's going to go for the Tracer as well. But yeah, that's a small problem here for MMK right now. They all had to switch on out from their initial composition, not able to get full charge in that fight. Dinks is still on the Tracer. The only one right now close for an ultimate are Dodge and Rebirth. So the Nano Reinhardt is the only thing in the arsenal here for MMK. On the other hand, Mega Enfants ready and willing, ready and able to go for the Nano Blade. They're gonna try to take high ground. Fire Strike is tossed on back. Here goes the Genji right now, getting the sight line, and there we go with the Blade. The Blade is coming in. Rahum now getting a takedown onto Calamitous, looking for another target, but good positioning from MMK to back on out quite quickly. For now though, we do have the MMA squad forced to back on out already. Dragon Strike coming on in, and round 1 does complete with Mega Enfants getting that one. And I'll be back right quick, guys, just a few moments. So welcome back, friends. Just a quick little technical fix right there, and we are ready to go. Yep, everything should be set. Okay. Yeah, everything is a-okay, ready to go again. Yeah, Mega Enfants, 4:24 on the clock, and they're gonna decide to run the Torbjorn here for Hurricane X. On the other hand, we have a Hanzo here for Rahum as well. Let's see if the Hanzo and the Torbjorn tag duo can actually put the damage that is necessary to force MMK to just back on down by the gateway of Hanamura. We do see Rahum though just trying to set up with the Sonic Arrow. He gets the scout that the MMK squad is gonna go for a similar 2-1-3. Dodge is taking damage as well from Ratchet Pipe. Fire Strike gonna be tossed on out as well, but Dodge not getting any ult charge in that situation. So for now, Mega Enfants in favor with the ult economy. They are gonna allow MMK to push on in by the turret, but still, Fascinate able to take that down quite quickly. MMK now given free reign to go inside the garden, but Hurricane and Rahum getting 2 picks to starting out. The DPS right now showing their stuff. Calypso though taking a quick little nap, and the turret tossed out into the middle. What Hurricane is doing right now is he putting the turret in a precarious situation to maximize his ult charge gains, but at the same time have it available into the coming fight. Ratchet Pipe right now ready with the shatter. We do see Rahum up on top again, just putting the pressure on with the Hanzo, using the gate as a perch here for his ninja. On the other hand, Rebirth is close to the Nano Boost. Will they force things with a Nano Brigitte or a Nano Reinhardt? Here comes the push on in with the Speed Boost. Jordan forced to quickly switch over to the Healing Boost. Fire Grenade coming on out, and another lineup there for MK means Ratchapipe is gonna get the easiest shatter of his life. Personate, the only casualty so far. Calamity is getting a pick off onto one. Discord Orb connecting though, and that's Ramirahum taking out his counterpart. Team kill going the way of Mega Enfants, and that's gonna be another solid defense by them. The only time it looked precarious here for Mega Enfants was when they let MMK into the gate, the turret immediately dying, but this time Hurricane might have another plan for the same approach. We do see Calypso moving on, and the Molten Core is close here. Can the turret make it? It's gonna be enough, however, for the next fight. Exercise ready with the Transcendence as well. In the meantime, MK gonna rotate to the left of the point to try and take the high ground. But little do they know, the Molten Core is coming. Mega Enfants will respond in kind, and here comes the lava just spitting it. Dodges though, beautiful block. He's getting burnt up. He's gonna get the Dragon Strike to his face as well. And Mega Enfants using a lot of ultimates against one Reinhardt might be to their detriment. How will MK play this? Will they force things out, or will they go for the reset, try to back on out, and maybe go for a poke or two? Calamus though already has fallen. This is gonna be MK now trying to retreat. Can Mega Enfants intercept? Yes, they can. They are gonna force MMK to stay inside, and Rebirth getting picked off by Calypso. Rahum here looking for another pick off or two, but the Hanzo not getting much besides the win. In the meantime, it's Fascinate and Dinks caught on with the crossfire. They're just gonna hop on down and said Fascinate totally didn't want to do that. Not really the best situation here. On the other hand, Nano Boost and the Transcendence are available here for Mega Enfants. All ultimates are available for MMK. Can they actually go for the push all the way to the point? It's gonna be a show of force here for MMK right now, because all they are gonna be depending on will be their skill and their ultimates. They don't really need to be very wise with ultimate economy right now, but a Sound Barrier is just in time to block out the damage there past the Shatter. Dragon Strike is there as well, but Transcendence from Exercise, keeping everyone from the Mega Enfants team topped up. Ratchapipe taking a knife, but he gets woken up immediately by Dodge. This charge connecting now onto the blue Reinhardt, and Ratchapipe again winning out the Reinhardt duel. Will it be enough here for Mega Enfants to take the win itself? Jordan though keep picking off the red Reinhardt. Calamitous as well with another 7 kills in the backline, and it looks like this is going enough here for Mega Enfants to be forced to give up the point at the last moment. Mega Enfants faltering in that situation. So we are gonna get a pause. What just happened? Looks like we have a small little issue here for Mega Enfants. Point B. So that's objective there lost by Mega Enfants because of that pretty stalwart offense from MMK, just tossing all their ultimates into the kitchen sink, and they do have enough to charge up the Shatter as well as the Dragon Strike in just a bit. On the other hand, Mega Enfants already in prime position to try and defend this. Dinks though skulking around. We do see the Hanzo now getting a pick off onto Calamitous, Rahum there with that takedown. Exercise with another kill onto Fascinate, and this will force MK to back on out pretty much immediately because they've lost their tank line, no one to protect their oncoming supports. The Sombra also just skulking around, can't really be a front line pressure for the side of MMK. What he does is disruption, what the Sombra does is assassinations, and look at this, Dinks just waiting on to try and pick off Exercise. Exercise on the other hand doing some jumping jacks by the spawn point, and what he's doing is he's just playing the safe. He gets picked off still though by Dinks, and it's the perfect opening now for MMK to strike. The turret though gonna be locking on to do some damage, and this is gonna be a timing window that MMK is gonna miss as they're trying to set up. Hurricane now right beside Dodge this, the Reinhardt just unaware of the Tor burn in that situation, and Molten Core now spitting out all that hot lava onto the bridgeway. Graviton Surge into the middle line as well. Dodges and Fascinate caught on in a Dragon Strike and a Earth Shatter, and I feel like that is the first time this series that Mega Enfants has wasted a few ultimates. They didn't even need to use either the Dragon or the Shatter there, but it is gonna be another successful defense here by Mega Enfants.
By the dragon.
On the other hand, you can see the flag on the top right of what team, what country they're from. You can see PH flag for the MMK squad on the top left, Mega Enfants on the top right, can be a Thai squad. for now. Fascinate leading the charge here, trying to charge up some ultimate here. Close to the Graviton Surge. Urchan is available for dodges as well. Fire Strike now tossed out by Ratchet Pipe, and the 2 supports ults are already here for the side of Mega Enfants. On the other hand, 5 ultimates already here for MMK, and they're just trying to take the high ground as much as possible. Digs in position, pops the EMP, gonna hack down Ratchet Pipe, and looking for another target, but that's gonna be unfortunate here for MMK. If the only kill they can get with that EMP is Ratchet Pipe, yes it is. Transcendence is popping exercise with the proper position he has. Grab the Surge though coming on out to suck in the Zenyatta and the Zarya. Now 2 kills going the name of MMK. Dodges, gets a fire grenade as well. The first stick now almost taken, but Ratchet Pipe again just outmaneuvering Dodge this. It's enough however still from the side of MMK to stay on with the pressure. Now Rebirth has fallen. Here comes Rahum again. He gets hacked up. Calypso switching over to the Wrecking Ball, and a perfect stun from Dodge this to knock the Wrecking Ball off the point. Now Hurricane coming on in like a storm, like a category 5, but the Doomfist is hacked up, and this is gonna be Ratchet Pipe and Personate working together. Brigitte and Diana just fighting side by side. Now a Reaper coming on in from the side of Mega Enfants. The Boop is there, and here comes the raid form. So the staggers are still going for Mega Enfants. MMK struggling to focus down the targets long enough, but there you go. There's the takedown. MMK able to get the point as well, and we are gonna go to another 7 rounds.
Score 2-2.
Okay. So right now MMK gonna be still on the attack. A minute 19 compared to 4:24. And what just happened there was Mega Enfants not able to go to step 3. Like, what I mean by that is Mega Enfants 1 had enough space between their team to pretty much counteract the EMP, only losing 1 member. 2, the Transcendence was on point because Zenyatta able to heal up the team, but I guess the position wasn't the best. That's step 3, where they're able to congregate again and force MMK off as a unit. Just never happened. It looked like they just fell apart as a cohesive unit in that situation. Honestly, the first time I've seen Mega Enfants do that all series. They didn't make a mistake as well in the previous fight with using the Shatter and the Dragon Strike unnecessarily, so they could have used that into the coming Desperation push. So MMK given another chance here at Hanamura, given another chance to push on in by the gates, and they decide to switch on over to a 2-2-2, and it's gonna be a dive with a Sombra, ready, able, and willing to go for the hack. Now Dinks is invisible here, and he's just gonna go up on top, just being ignored by the whole squad of Mega Enfants. There's the hack onto the Reinhardt. There is no rotation here for Ratchet Pipe, and we do have Calamus having free reign in the backline alongside Dodge this. That was a good punch on in from MMK, but it's still not enough because the rest of Mega Enfants able to rotate. So what MMK is doing right now is they're trying to get as much as they can in this situation. They're gonna go for their first stick. Yes, they are gonna get it, but that's all they're gonna get unless Mega Enfants literally gives them the point. Things though, assassination into the backline. Hurricane getting rid of Fascinate. Now the support's trying to back on out. Dodges though, looking for a leap, and it's gonna be MMK still forcing things. A Dragon Strike though being tossed out here by the side of Hurricane. Calamus caught in by the Storm Arrows as well. And I feel like MMK had a really good idea at that start of the fight, but MMK just tossing their lives into the meat grinder completely unnecessarily. They could have regrouped instead to go for one more push. They were able to take a tick already, and that was a tick freely given there by the Thai squad. Nano Boost available though from Personate. Will anyone be able to copy what Personate has been able to do here for Mega Enfants? And Nano Boost now going away with Ratchet 5, but we have an EMP from Dinks to counter out the Reinhardt. He's very tough, however, very tanky, and Red has the Shatter available. A Sleeping Giant ready and willing to go for the attack. Ratchet 5 now being bounced around by Calam. The Shatter connecting onto Dinks. Joran trying to go for the peel, and the Lucio able to get the kill, but it's not enough. MMK stepping off the point. Mega Enfants able to defend this one.
Score 2-2. Switching sides.
Half of the point taken there by MMK, but it's still not a full point. 54.9% is an easy task here for the Mega Enfants squad. All they need to do is just win once in the 4 minutes and 24 they are given to try and take this. Again, Fonts in complete control of very minor mistakes here and there. What you can usually expect is the fatigue of 2 CP, and that really went to show onto Mega Enfants. They made a small mistake by using 2 ultimates, and it really bit them pretty handily. And that's just the nature of the map itself. Even with spawn advantage, the moment you guys get wiped, it's just a struggle to get back to the point. MK though has learned the hard way with such a blitzkrieg assault a while ago from Mega Enfants. They are gonna decide to try and put a slow onto this with the Mei Dinks ready to put up the great wall of icicles in front of the Hanamura temple. On the other hand, here for Mega Enfants, we see something very standard. Oh, we might see a Pharah here from Rahum. That's really interesting. Exercise gonna be already decided to move on over to the Mercy. A lot of trust here on to the Mega Enfants Pharah, and we'll see them fly into the side, getting some good workouts along the way. Maybe I want to see Exercise DVD to see what kind of calisthenics he has in store for his team and for the MMK squad. MMK might need to stretch here and are being stretched in terms of their lines. Ratchet though, just keeping on with the pressure on the dodge. Just look at this, the Pharah just flying into the sky. It really goes to show the positioning from the Pharah and the Mercy. Mega Enfants keeping on with the pressure. The Hanzo though of Calamitous just making it rain up on top. Hurricane now getting a pick off on the Jordan. The poor illusion not in the prime spot. Ratchet with the charge, but dodge this, getting the better one of that. Personate brought along for the ride. Hurricane though getting the kill on the Dinks along the way. And this looks good here for Mega Enfants. The moment they are getting 1-for-1 trades, they do have the spawn advantage, they do have the position advantage, and that should be the game unless Joran can go for the contest onto the right hand side. Steps on long enough to try and keep the music on, but now the music is over. The dance floor has turned off, and Mega Enfants will get that second point.
Play of the game.
Exercise getting play of the game, and we'll see how the Zenyatta actually got that one. Transcendence. Oh, Transcendence there, healing everyone up. Dragon Strike there, just not enough follow up damage there from MMK. And that's the difference between the Dragon Strikes, Graviton Surge combinations from both squads. Mega Enfants really forcing it. So welcome guys to another series here between MMK as well as Mega Enfants. So between MMK and Mega Enfants, this has been a topsy-turvy situation for a number of reasons. Mega Enfants has been playing a little bit more on point than MMK in a number of situations. Though really noticeable mistakes, Mega Enfants has done just numbers in the handful, to be honest. But on the other hand, MMK just not really knowing when to disengage or when to re-engage. They play it a little too riskily in situations where they haven't really fought yet, but they already lose out members. There are times where they decide to still go for it, and hero mode doesn't always work out, guys. It's a struggle, especially in the face of a very coordinated team. Anyway, we do see something pretty standard here from MMK. We do have the Sombra on defense, however, for Dinks. And the Sombra on first point defense is a archaic kind of meta. It's still pretty strong, especially with Sombra. Very potent pick nowadays. But here for MMK, what they're trying to do is just take control of the low ground in terms of headbacks and take control of the high ground in terms of that Hanzo. Dinks just putting some pressure on, getting some ult charge there, already at the 20 percentile in terms of the EMP. On the other hand, here for Mega Enfants, we have a Junkrat for Hurricane. On the other hand, First Nate now just getting some snipes as well, close already to the Nano Boost, 1/4 of the way there. Dinks now skulking around, going for the hack, gets Ratchet Pipe, and Dodge is gonna drop on down, but no one here from the MK squad gonna drop on down with him. This is gonna be very dangerous now for Dodge. He's gonna go for the charge. A 1-for-1 trade so far. Calamitous here, just putting on the pressure with those arrows, and he is pretty much the closest to an ultimate. The Dragon Strike almost ready and able to go Calamitous now looking for another set of picks, but Mega Enfants getting through the gas station, getting topped up by Shelby Power, and here comes Mega Enfants by the corner. Dink's gonna drop one down. Dragon Strike now into the side. The Ice Cooler just whipping out the Dragon, and it's gonna be MMK trying to push past it, but still 2 kills going the way of Mega Enfants. Hack again onto Ratchet. He's gonna decide to just hammer his way to victory. Gonna go for some swings. Nothing much strategy here. He's just gonna decide, I'm gonna swing away. Joran almost getting out alive. He's gonna get under a lot of pressure there from that Zarya, but MMK forced to concede that first checkpoint already. Mega Enfants getting to the end of the tunnel, and here they come into the bar area. Sound barrier is available here for Jordan. Nano Boost is ready for Rebirth as well. But here comes the Riptide from Hurricane, and it might be a Storm in. No, Calamitous getting the Storm Arrows themselves onto Hurricane's Riptide. Blue team now trying to go for a push again. MK has Fascinate onto the floor. Sound barrier to try and protect him. Transcendence now in response. Grab the third toe, tossed up, and the big fire grenade there from Rebirth to try and turn things around. 2 kills going the way of MK already. Exercise. Sadly, the door doesn't close in time to protect him. Calypso forced to go to the left-hand side as well. Fernando, Mega Enfants is ready with the Dragon Blade, and they are halfway to the Nano Boost. It'd be interesting though if Rahum does wait on for the Nano Boost, or will he just try to force things out alongside the Graviton Surge there. MK doesn't have any defensive ultimates, and Joran has only the speed boost to rely on to get the MMK squad out. Dodge is now with the shatter in time with the EMP. Personate just stuck to the payload. 3 kills now here for the side of MK, and a blade though tossed out by Mega Enfants. I feel like though that wasn't really the best situation to do so. And for now, MMK just staying on with their defense, just keeping on by the corner, by the garage, and by the bar. The Hansudo of Hurricane right now backing on out, getting some cover there from Ratchet Pipe, and Dinks giving chase. Can the Sombra get out in time? Yes, he can. Very dangerous play though from Dinks. Doesn't have the Translocator available. Deciding to overextend like that could have gotten punished if anyone had a disable along the way. Dragon Strike from Calamitous, and Calypso is caught in the middle of it. Mega Enfants now waiting on for the Zarya to come on out, and a headshot there onto Exercise. Calamitous just finding the openings in the barriers, finding the cracks, and is able to just get the chinks in the armor. On the other hand, Nano Boost is available here for Rebirth. We'll see if Rebirth can actually enable someone to go for a pretty potent push here. Rebirth getting in position, looking to try and assist dodge this in this endeavor. On the other hand, here comes Mega Enfants already. They have decided to switch on over to a dive composition, and Ratchet leaping in, gets a Nano Boost, but gets sub-darted along the way. Rahum with a Swift Strike up on top, and this is going to be the second floor taken here by Mega Enfants. But MMK is no slouch. They are still staying on with the push, with the pressure, with all of this. A 1-for-1 trade so far. Daks is ready with a shatter as well, and he's trying to get into a backline, into a perfect spot to go for the stun, but he's not seeing it. Finally, he does so. The Lucio and the Winston to the floor. Exercise needs to get up, needs to get some jumping jacks on. Sound barrier popped up by Jordan as well. Rebirth on the other hand still has the Nano Boost available. Might be gonna use it in an emergency. Again, Fanstorm forced to back on out already as Ratchet is caught alongside the wind. Grab the surge now onto Exercise himself, and the poor Lucio is gonna be the one trained down to death. Now, Genji here of Mega Enfants caught out as well by Fascinate. That's just 3 picks for the MMA squad that they have been looking for all throughout the game. This is MMK showing that they are not going to be outclassed here on Route 6 or in any other map in this series. We do have Mega Enfants though trying to set on up with the blade available. Personate close to the Nano Boost as well. And what they're doing is Ratchet Pipe is purposely getting himself poked down by the covering fire from the MMK squad to allow Personate to get that Nano Boost in time to sink in with the Genji of Rahum. Now we do see Mega Enfants now coming in through the tunnel, and here comes the blade going into the backline. Good move there from Joran, but still not enough to get the kill. The sleep dart is off the mark as well. Mega Enfants getting 2, getting 3 in the process. Dodge is turned back on out. Joran, Calamitous though are caught in the center, and Dodge gets a perfect pin onto the Diva. Hurricane though punching Calamitous to death and trying to get away with Winston of Ratchet Pipe ready with the primary reach as well. And for Mega Enfants, this is gonna be a slow push right now because they have lost a lot of members, but MK doesn't want to push in, doesn't want to overextend too much due to the fact that their members are gonna come in as well from their spawn. Now Dinks in position, ready with the EMP, going for the hack, and I believe he does get the hack there on the Ratchet Pipe. So Winston can't go for the primary jet, but Rebirth caught out in the middle, will get spelled, EMP available, but the Salvire is just in time, but Dinks still deciding to go out with the Translocator. Unfortunate there for both Joran and Dinks, and MMK right now not in the best spot to go for the EMP clash. Just a little miscommunication there, like just not having enough trust in the team. Dinks didn't need to Translocate on out, but that was just way too risky there for the MMK squad. Unfortunate to see, but for now Mega Enfants close to the end already. Meteor Strike tossed out by Hurricane as well, cashing out Joran. We have a contest however from the side of MK. Dodge this, putting up a valiant effort, but it's just not gonna be enough. We do have the Genji now, just going ham, getting some kills along the way. MMK forced to back on out. Fascinate and Calamus now staying on by the straight away, but Rahum just able to cut everyone down to bits. Mega Enfants right now, ready with the Self-Destruct, ready with the Dragon Blade as well. This is going to be such an important push for Mega Enfants because they only have a minute remaining. They need to win this one out because the Nano Blade is in their arsenal. We do have Rahul flying into the skyline, Personate popping that Nano Boost as well. Calamus though, clambering over the boxes right there, trying to stay alive, but dodge this. Just giving chase now to that Genji. Mega Enfants getting 4 kills along the way, and this is a perfect opportunity for Mega Enfants to finish up the map. Rebirth now caught on out, gets juggled around by the Doomfist, feels like a circuit animal in that situation, but still, MMK not out of this fight yet. Calamitous and Fascinate are ready with their ultimates. The Graviton Surge and Dragon Stark are ready and waiting. Shatter is gonna come up as well. Fascinate now pushing on in with Joran and that Lucio. Dodge this though under a lot of pressure. Dinks is there to try and protect them, and the Grab Dragon comes on in from Calamitous and Fascinate. 2 kills to their name, but Mega Enfants is not out of this fight yet. Shatter now coming out, dodge this, completely whiffing in this fight. Calamitous now into the back line. They gonna pick off onto the Genji. Joran now gonna go for the push alongside MMK, and that's gonna be enough here right now for Mega Enfants to be forced to back on out. Can Exercise or Hurricane toss out their ability to make it to the end. Calypso getting to mech too late to touch the payload, and MMK able to defend this before the final part.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
MK right now showing how it's done, how to defend them by the second checkpoint. I love the switches there from Mega Enfants. They knew the strategy wasn't working, so they decided to go on something else. But the dive composition just struggling in the indoor area. By the end, we did have MMK decide to switch on over to the Brigitte, the perfect pick in that situation, the perfect pick in the pinch, especially in a spawn advantage situation. So for MMK right now, they have learned a few lessons along the way. For Mega Enfants, what they need to do here is just refine a little bit in terms of their, what do you call this? In terms of their sharpness with execution. Just needs a little more work there, but Mega Enfants really showing that they do have a superior position right now over MMK.
I'm getting cooked alive in here.
Attackers incoming.
Gotcha pop them. Just climbing up on top. Calypso on the Zarya as well. So interesting enough, Mega Enfants gonna have a similar defense such as MMK, but they do have a Zen and a Soldier 76 instead. Hurricane just favoring the Soldier. I think this is very experimental here for Mega Enfants. They're trying to see if the Soldier will work, but I feel like in a more serious situation, while Scrim League is very serious, it's still not, doesn't have any stakes, so you can really just use it for practicing experiments and practicing off-rolls.
The payload.
But still, Hurricane right now trying to make this Soldier 76 work. We'll see if it will actually count. I'm not a believer of the Soldier 76. That's my personal bias right there. But I have seen him played a little bit around town. We'll see though if Mega Enfants can make the potency of the Soldier 76 relevant again. On the other hand, MMK has the 2 stalwarts of the meta right now, the Doomfist and the Sombra, just ready, willing, and able to go for some picks. A good hack though from Mega Enfants already, and dodge this, forced to drop on down instead. Here comes Ratchet Pipe right now in position after he takes a nap, and just the contest there thanks to the boop or something, just the movement there from Ratchet Pipe, and he's just going into the backline, gonna go for the charge as well. Dinks on the other hand getting rid of his counterpart, dodge this with a good dive up on top of the Personate getting felled. Calypso under a lot of pressure, and Dinks and Fascinate will pursue. Now we do have Ratchet getting Victor down, getting focused down, gonna fall. Hurricane on the other hand up on top alongside Exercise. So for Mega Enfants, they're just waiting on for the rest of their squad to get in position. Ratchet Pipe deciding to switch twice to go for the Wrecking Ball, then switch over to the Winston. A little unfortunate there for Mega Enfants right now because they're wasting a little bit of time in this fight. Now a jump on in here from MMK, trying to take the high ground. Exercise immediately picked off. Soundfire from Joran as well to keep the fight going. Hurricane though really low, needs to get topped up. Personate just desperately trying to keep the Soldier Settings alive in this situation, but it's just not enough. MMK gonna get that first checkpoint, and looks like the tides have turned, the tables have been flipped, and MMK showing that they are a completely different beast here on Route 66. On the other hand, Dodge This and Rebirth do have their ultimates. For Mega Enfants, a Nano Visor is in the cards. Can Hurricane get in position and just keep the tracking ongoing? The EMP though is gonna be ready here for Rahum, and he wants to get in position now into the heart and soul of MK to just shut everything down. Electronics, abilities, and even the willpower of MK. Rebirth though getting hacked up. I feel like the Ana hack though isn't really the most important hack in any situation. A Meteor Strike though coming on out from Calamitous, going up on top. Another Visor though here from Hurricane. No, it's just a Visor here. Self-destruct now coming out. A big bomb there from Fascinate, getting 3 dinks on the other hand. Just perfect setup, just getting the hacks that they need. Ratchet Pipe desperately on the point, getting hacked up as well. Can't use the Primal Rage. Exercise caught out in the streets. Gonna be roadkill here to Fascinate and the rest of the blue team. So MMK right now coming close to the end of the second checkpoint, but this isn't all over here for Mega Enfants. They have the Primal, they have the EMP, and they expect MMK to congregate as much as possible to try and keep the pressure up. So for now, we do have Rahum up on the second floor. He goes for the EMP right now. A dive on in here from Ratchet Pipe, looking for the support line. Joran can't bring in the music when it's all turned off. Self-destruct here from Calypso as well. A 2-for-3 2-trade though, not really bad here for MMK. They're still in this fight, and they have the EMP and Primal Rage available. MMK right now trying to go for the push again. Calamitous up beaten to the ground by Ratchet Pipe. Daks is trying to get away from his rampaging cousin. Fascinate getting DMEC along the way. But still, MMK forced back on out as a result there. Just a beautiful engagement with the EMP, Self-Destruct, and the Primal Rage. A lot of ultimates used up by Mega Enfants that are gonna have a tough time into the next one. On the other hand, here for MMK, gonna have 4 ultimates ready, willing, and able. Fascinate looking for another big bomb. He got 3 last time. Let's hear some wagers for the next one. Do I hear 4? Do I hear 2? I'm gonna guess it's maybe like a 2K. That's gonna be up next here for Fascinate. But that's just a lot of faith for me on the side of MMK to execute well with this EMP. Here we go. EMP coming on out. Self-destruct quite late. Honestly, I would have expected them to run the self-destruct first before the EMP. So MMK right now not really making a big advantage in this fight. Even the Sombra of Rahum getting kills along the way. The Sombra now getting a pick up onto his counterpart Joran. They're dancing around alongside Fascinate, and the execution there from MMK does get a hard stink on, because this is gonna be Mega Enfants able to defend once again. Not for now, Mega Enfants just keeping Fascinate as a pet. There's the boop right now. Almost Ratchet Fire falling in that situation. Exercise forced to keep the healing going for Ratchet Pipe to be topped up by Personate in that fight. Now 4 ultimates ready here for Mega Enfants, and Ratchet Pipe close to Primal Rage as well. On the other hand, MMK gonna have to play it safe, gonna play it very economical, because they only have the Primal Rage and the Deadeye up and coming. Nakalamas looking to go to the left hand side. Here comes the Nano Deadeye, but the EMP doesn't get too much, and Mega Enfants struggling to get the kills. Calamitous on the other hand, trading things back, gets to perfect execution there from MMK, poor execution from Mega Enfants, and Calamitous just turning everything around, putting his team on his back, popping the Deadeye at the right time. Ratchet Pipe forced to go for the Primal Rage, and that was just such an unfortunate call here for Mega Enfants. The EMP, the Nano, and the Deadeye all wasted in that fight because they didn't get any kills. 60 seconds remaining here for MMK. They're close to the end. Fascinate now in dodges up on top, but no one actually pushing to the payload to the maximum amount of speed. Now we do have the Sombra trying to go for the contest, and here comes Hurricane X. He's gonna fall to the hand of the flashbang. Calamitous trying to set on up. Deadeye available. 2 kills already for MMK. Soundfire though, out of desperation. EMP to shut things down. Calypso right now flying into the sky will get a kill onto the Sombra. Fascinate with a questionable septum shock there. Completely unnecessary. Could have used it into the next fight. But still, just can't be too hard on Fascinate there. Thought that there was gonna be anything else coming in from Mega Enfants, but that might be just to the detriment here of MK. They are already down to the wire. They're already down 0-2. They can't afford mistakes like that. A charge coming out though from Ratchet 5, and the Reinhardt getting the D-Mech. Fascinate just showing a poor performance in the past 2 fights. Needs to recoup, and just needs to show that he is ready, willing, and able to get into the fight again. Fascinate now switching over to the Zarya, and that is a perfect pick off here for Fascinate. They can get the grab in time, and Calamitous on the Junkrat to just take care of the close quarters. Hurricane X though having the same idea, already has been a Junkrat a while ago. And he's already halfway to the Riptire. Soundbarrier now popped though by Joran. Dodge is still gonna fall. Here comes Mega Enfants right now pushing on in with a nano boost in hand. Fascinate trying to back on out, trying to get as much ult charge as he can. But Rebirth caught in the crossfire just gets tangled up by those grenades. And all the fuses just landing onto Diana. On the for MMK right now, they will have a push and a half here to try and attempt this. A nano boost still in the cards here for Rebirth, but this looks dire here for the side of the PH squad because the Riptire is coming, and here comes the Junkrat looking for some picks into the backline. Fascinate puts up the bubble, but it's just not enough to save his team. Dawson and Jordan both gonna fall. MMK now just sacrificing their lives in vain. Calamitous now into the front doing some damage. Look at that, Mega Enfants not really trying to be as potent as they can be, trying to stagger Calamitous as much as they can, but the Junkrat's still gonna fall. Calamitous doing that out of desperation to get the Riptire. Now he can pop it at any time if MK needs some covering fire. Daks on the other hand just trying to go for the flank, already taking the high ground. Rally though coming on out here from Rahum. Mega Enfants gonna have to deal with the Riptire now coming out from the tunnel, and Calamitous just going for the Tamiya play. Here comes the Riptire right now into the backline, gets a kill onto Calypso. Nano boost on the dodge assist as well, and the Ratchet 5 flyer has broken. Graviton Surge completely whiffed here by Fascinate. Jordan with a takedown onto 1, and MK right now close to the end. Even without the Graviton getting any targets, MK is still in the position. The EMP, perfect timing from Daks, goes for the Lucian X. No sound barrier available. That was his perfect play there from the side of Daks, but Azara Graviton Surge as well as Nano boosted Junkrat might ruin MMK's day. A 1-for-1 trade, make that a 2-for-2. Calypso the one going for the contest onto the point, 2.87, and here comes her home on that Tracer, gets sleep darted by Rebirth. Fascinate right now looking for a target to 2, but he gets charged up. No, it's Rebirth who dies. The honor is done. The Jordan and Fascinate the only ones left, and they're too far off the payload. Mega Enfants taking the win. Taking the series right now 3-0. That was very, very close between these two squads.
Play of the game.
Play of the game going to Fascinate, and that was probably the 3K right there. Yeah, there you go, 3K for Fascinate, but still Mega Enfants 3-0. But that map was just way, way, way too close. It could have been gone either way. MK still deciding to go for that first defense. On the other hand, here for Mega Enfants, gonna be on the attack, and we might see something a little experimental here from Mega Enfants right now because they already taking the series. It's gonna be absolutely chill time here for Mega Enfants to say the least, or are they gonna go for a beautiful 4-0? That is the real question.
Out there. I'll get us home safe.
Fernando. For the side of MK, they have decided to go for the dive composition in this one. Llama's gonna be... I think MK actually just not really sure what they want to play in this fight. They are gonna go for a 3-3 eventually, Rebirth on the Zenyatta. So they're gonna decide to go for something people dub the Flying Goats. It is a 3-3 composition that involves a dive composition instead of a Reinhardt standard. Still grunts with the Brigitte and a Lucio and a Zenyatta. So basically, the supports run along with one another as much as possible. Look. Thanks for the raid there. Thank you for the raid. I'll just thank you for the raid. But yeah. So it's MMK right now staying up on top. On the other hand, Mega Enfants coming on in with a very classic dive composition. Lucio Ana as well as their support line. And there he goes, Rahum. Gets a takedown on the Rebirth. Dodges, almost falls into the water as well. Calypso with a perfect move on the Calamus instead. Dinks just getting slowed down. Gonna get taken out by the Diva. Dodges under a lot of pressure. Here comes Ratchet Pipe again. The Winston giving chase. And there's the takedown. MMK just faltering immediately there to the standard dive. Not knowing how to execute this strategy at all. Before you want to try out a strategy, you gotta have a you have to practice. I mean, this is practice maps, but still, just not knowing exactly what to do between the supports and the tanks. It's just like a basic dive, but at the same time, you do try to incorporate the Brig and the Zarya as your DPS. Well, it's gonna be such a long process to actually explain everything on stream. But for now, MMK gonna decide to still run this. It's gonna be absolutely chaotic, but chaos is what breeds contempt. And here comes the Nano Blade right now from Rahum. Rebirth and Jorn both fall already to the hand of the Genji. Dodge is though putting on the pressure, and that's a takedown onto that attacker. The Primal Rage is available now here from Dodges. 2 kills to the name of the Winston. Calypso though keeping in payload duty, going for the push, and Mega Enfants deciding to disengage. And this is what MK needs to rely on, needs to work on rather, because look at how Mega Enfants engages when they are down the numbers, but they are still putting on the pressure. MK knows that they can't go for the push all in. Fascinate though, gonna fall into the water, doesn't have the mech available, has to get reset in this situation. And Mega Enfants now though, this is their time to shine. Soundbarrier there from Jorn, just so clutch, but still so much pressure here from both Hurricane and the Genji of Rahum. 2 kills already for the side of Mega Enfants, and here they come even closer. Fascinate though with his own big bomb, but it gets absolutely nothing. It gets stuck on top. Hurricane into the backline, getting rid of the baby Diva, looking for the Lucio right now. Soundbarrier popped by Exercise as well, and this is gonna be Mega Enfants just putting a nail in the coffin of MMK. Just an absolute statement there, even popping the soundbar that they want to win, and they want to win this right now. An overtime though is popped here by the side of MK with Dinks and Dodge staying on by the payload. Anti-heal though coming out on the boat, big nade, and here goes the gravity surge right now. Ratchet Pipe sucked on in. MMK able to turn things around and stay on by the payload. It's very, very close however, and no one can leave the payload from the side of MMK. Dodges and Calamus now gonna go for some push, gonna go for some kills, and that Winston just leading the charge in this situation. Now though, MMK able to get the defense at that moment. That was way too close there for MMK. On the other hand, Mega Enfants ready with 3 ultimates. Calypso close to the self-destruct as well, and they're gonna climb on Fascinate trying to back on out. Here comes the push however, Fascinate flying on out, and here comes the self-destruct right now, soaring into the sideline, gets a big boom on the Fascinate, getting the D-Mech. Rebirth falling as well, caught on out by Rahum again. Dodges and Calamus though taking the fight in the inside. Here comes the swoop on in from the Genji. Dragon Blade is available, but Jordan now with the pick up on this counterpart, and Soundbar here for the side of MMK. What Mega Enfants is doing, they are gonna pop the Nano Blade, but they have waited long enough for the Soundbar to expire. Transcendence though coming out from Rebirth, both supports keeping their team alive here. Again, fans though forced to back out again, and I feel like they never expect this from MMK. It's very, very close right now though. If the moment MMK leaves the payload, they are gonna get pushed on in by the Thai squad, but they are getting the kills left, right, center, up, down, second floor, first floor, inside the pylon terrace, and even in the lavatories. Mega Enfants forced to back on out, and they will decide to switch their tactics. Gonna be a Far Mercy here for the side of Mega Enfants. Still gonna stay on the Reinhardt and the Diva, interesting enough. The Diva here is tacked on due to the fact that it is a multi-4 system. You need someone to contest the high ground, and that was the Diva's for. Such a bruiser kind of hero, such a strong hero in general. Mega Enfants though still flying up and above. Dodge is forced to leap on out thanks to the rockets there from Rahum. on the other side. Exercise just keeping the beam up. Big Bob though coming out fast, looking for a target. Gets Exercise blowing the Mercy's legs. 2 bits, 2 kills right now to the name of MMK, and they're gonna try to go for the push again. Gravity Surge is available, however, for Calamitous, but he has a lot of energy and doesn't need to suck anyone in. Calypso now being staggered. The Baby Diva just hopping around, looking for a ride to actually get in line for, but looks like everyone is too tall for the slide. She's gonna go into the rapids instead, but Joran gonna decide to put her out of her mystery. But for now, MMK, Gravity Surge is available for them. Calypso actually gonna decide to switch on over to the Zarya. Doesn't have enough time to launch the bomb in this fight. So it'll be a very, very big commitment here from Mega Enfants, trading off an ultimate for a completely different hero switch. And that's a hero that takes a while to actually start getting strong. When at the start of a Zarya, you don't really have energy to do the damage with. You need to protect your team as much as possible and charge that up to the perfect 100. A Dragon Strike though from Mega Enfants doing some damage. Daks is gonna pop the Primal Rage in response and is looking for an ISO play. Things though gets a pick off now onto Bracha Pipe. Soundbar pop by Joran as well. In the meantime, the skyline is filled up by Exercise as well as Room. Rocket Barrage coming on out. Beautiful bubble there as well. Now 1 kill here for the side of Mega Enfants, but MMK just a steamroll here, getting 4 kills along the way. Raja Pipes and Hurricane are the only ones left. Can the Hanzo make it in time? He has to lunge on away. Where is the Reinhardt trying to be sneaky? But he's gone out by the Baby Diva. The charge coming on in, and it actually reaches the end. That was very, very close there from Mega Enfants. Raja Pipe just timing distance right. Can anyone from the Thai squad make it on? Exercise now switching over to the Lucio, trying to hop on out. Gonna fall as well. Personate ready with the Nano Boost. Can the Tracer make it out? No! Diggs spots this out, gets the takedown. And MMK this time showing an even better improvement. A slow start for MMK this series, but this time they have been able to defend somewhere in the map that isn't the end. This is actually a solid, really solid game to say the least. It has been an absolute pleasure running floats. Is that what it's called? Is it called floats comp instead of goats comp? I mean, that's kind of funny. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. The blue team right now, when of MMK, needs to get 2 points in this map to actually get on the board. It's gonna be a tough task for them, however, because look at this, Mega Enfants. There's a reason they are 3 maps ahead. There's a reason why they're really potent in many of these fights. A lot of discipline coming out from Mega Enfants squad, but MMK has finally seen the cracks and seen the code, seen the numbers, Mason. It's perfect here for MMK right now to try and snatch a map from the side of Mega Enfants. They have learned a lot along the way, learned from their mistakes, and we'll see if it is enough to take a map point against Mega Enfants. So here we go with the floats composition again. A dodge this and Fascinate gonna be on that dive. Can Calamitous protect them long enough? On the other hand, Mega Enfants has had enough. He will decide to go for the standard goats composition with the Zenyatta instead. 3-3s are about no more room for damage heroes, even though it's the biggest category in terms of hero quantity. Damage is a forgotten role, as here comes both squads with their tanks, with their supports, and will try to go for the brawl. Whatever happened to Overwatch is a shooter game, as we do see the tank compositions now trying to square off against one another. Daks is looking for an opportunity to leap on the Zenyatta. On the other hand, the Dracha Pipe just keeping the pressure on, keeping the defense on, but there's the opening. Daks is now dropping on down. Exercise will rotate to get the armor pack as well. Perfect rotation here from both squadrons. Fascinated though a little too late to assist Daks in that fight. Joran right now caught on out into the front line, needs to keep everyone in position. Daks is really low, getting focused down. Will he fall? Yes, he will. The Brigitte there getting the mace to the face, and Mega Enfants knows that this fight is theirs. They can just go for the push on in. The Lucio falling as well for the side of MMK. Joran gonna die. Rebirth though getting a pick off onto one along the way, and that's a beautiful shot there from Rebirth. For now it's still low. MMK just close to the Transcendence. On the other hand, Exercise has his available. We will see the sun shine on both teams in just a bit. Here on Blizzard World, gonna be absolutely scorching. This will be a nail biter of a clash, as the Zenyatta now charging on the balls. The Orbs of Destruction is ready and willing. Dings though getting a stun, but he gets stunned himself. Transcendence now coming on out. Rally here from the side of Mega Enfants. Rebirth though keeping everyone topped up. Fastly now gonna get Teamic along the way. Can the Baby Diva do some damage? Graviton Surge here from the side of Mega Enfants. An absolutely chaotic field will be mopped up by the Graviton Surge from Hurricane X. Even though a Hurricane is just gonna try and encircle everything and just try to make a mess, at the end of the day, the sun will still shine. And look at that, Mega Enfants just keeping the sun in their side. Exercise still staying on with the Transcendence. Hurricane, a beautiful setup with the Graviton Surge as well. 5 ultimates already for MMK. They still have a shot at this, 2 minutes to go, and they are looking like they are gonna be hungry for a victory. Fascinate as well as Room now by the corner. Dinks holding up the shield, just going for the third person view. Here comes Daks again, jumping onto the Zen. Primal Rage now is popped. Will he go for the environmentals or will he just go for the standard punches and kicks, putting the Reinhardt to the side? Here comes the trans, but here comes the big bombs. Will Fascinate get some kills? Yes, he can. Calypso turning things around with a kill on to dodge this, but the Divas are still in the fight, and here comes MMK now, just cascading on the remaining members of Mega Enfants. Fascinate just bailing them out in this one, just being reprimanded, just being such a reprisal here from Fascinate right now with that Diva Bomb. Perfect opening here by MMK, and they are gonna be able to try and take the win here from Mega Enfants. 3.5 minutes to do so. On the other hand, Mega Enfants is ready with the Reinhardt Shatter and the Graviton Surge from the Zarya. We'll see how Mega Enfants will play this. They are gonna speed boost in, looking for a pick. Calamitous caught on out, and that is a terrible position there for Calamitous. They are able to get rid of one though. The Reinhardt is a huge pick off here for MMK. So there's gonna be MMK now trying to capitalize along the way. Fascinate gonna go float over the rocks, but no one contesting the support line. So there's gonna be some trade backs here and there. Mega Enfants knows though that it is gonna be pretty even. They don't want to push in all the way deep, lest they get picked off one by one. Consent is now available. Dodge is in stealth, gonna try and turn things around. He's getting pocketed up. Graviton Surge is there, but Rebirth with the rescue play. Transcendence is not nigh. Self-destruct now coming out. Fascinate, will he get the shot in this time? No, it's just not enough again here by Fascinate. The shield in a proper position. Calypso killing Calamitous as well. MK now forced to back on out, and this is gonna be this defense. It's finally stonewalling, finally setting up in formation, and Mega Enfants even just keeping Fascinate alive as a pet, as a toy, as a stagger. The Baby Diva finally falling in the end. But a lot of time has elapsed here for MK. Gonna be around 2 minutes before they can actually get in position to go for the next attack. Lucio and Zen ready to protect your team here. Personet and Exercise have been stalwart supports all throughout the series. On the other hand, here is John ready with the Sound Barrier. Dodges close to the Primal Rage as well. MK, interesting enough, going to go to the high ground and go inside the Nexus point to try and pick off anyone inside. On the other hand, Mega Enfants, good rotation. They know that MMK is as 6 there. No one can go for the flank. No real DPS characters to try and get some pickoffs from the side. No Widowmaker or anything like that. But the set is now here from Exercise to keep everyone topped up in this fight. Graviton Surge now coming on out. This will force Personate to use his Sound Barrier. And this is an opening here for MMK. But the set is now pop in response to the Graviton Surge from Hurricane. And MMK and Mega Enfants is trading blows one by one. No one falling. Dodges though really low. And Dings with the kill onto his counterpart. This is MMK getting the swing in their favor, but look at that, Mega Enfants getting 2 kills along the way. Still very even between these two teams. Rebirth on the other hand with the ninja cap. Very smart here from MMK, calling to go for the push, forcing Mega Enfants to back on out. Journal gonna swoop on in with the speed boost as well as Calamitous. So a lot of push done there by the Zenyatta. Mega Enfants was caught in the trap, caught in the volley. Shattered though connecting from Ratchet Pipe. This is gonna be very close here for either side. Fascinate though whipping out the self-destruct. Will it be enough? No, again, way too high in this part. Fascinate though getting rid of Ratchet Pipe along the way. Here comes the Brigitte right now of Home. Graviton Surge so coming out though from the side of Mega Enfants. Very close for both squads, but MK now finally gonna falter. They got a lot of distance however in that push. Fascinate gonna try to go into the water. One last chance here for MK. Have they learned enough? Have they gotten better enough all throughout this series to try and take this one? Or will Mega Enfants just shut the door in their face? That is the real question. has been absolutely stellar stuff from both squads. 10 seconds remaining, and here comes MMK from the top floor. Rebirth is gonna be the crutch here, gonna be the crux of the defense with the Transcendence defending the attacking squad. Ratchet Pipe now with the charge, does this with a charge back. They have switched over to the standard goats with Zenyatta as well, and taking the fight here to Mega Enfants. A Soundbar though popped here from the side of Personate. Ratchet Pipe with a beautiful Earth Shatter as well, and things look dire for MMK. Another kill here going the way of Ratchet Pipe. The Brigitte close to the rally as well. Nano Booster winding down, Graviton Surge tossed out by Hurricane in the backline. Fascinating though, able to gobble that up, but that is the only thing they are gonna get in this game. Mega Enfants still able to win it out, but that was just the closest one in the series. GG's abound for both squads. Hurricane X though getting play of the game. A beautiful series to watch between MMK and Mega Enfants. The scoreline doesn't do the series justice. That could have been a 3-1 there for MMK. Could have taken that Blizzard World map. There you go. There's the cards. GG, well played all around.